Dear friends, hello everyone, welcome patriots from all over the world, Sichuan fans, Guande soldiers to get Phoenix Voice, the sub-channel of Phoenix for 9 days. Today is 2024, 225. April 24th, ouch, there are many things today. Today is Thursday, happy Thursday everyone. First, we welcome all kinds of old and new friends from the Chinese Wall to our Voice of Phoenix. Is our Tiechuan platform looking at our international political and industrial university? Because this way. Last time when I broadcast live on the main channel less than 9 days ago, I said, well, this time the live broadcast will be on the Voice of the Moving Ring. So many people don't know this yet. They just don't familiar with it. Come to our Phoenix Voice, so I missed it today. Let's follow here slowly and listen to it. It may be in Phoenix Life these days because it will be broadcast live for a while. It was only launched to us yesterday. Our Helen is really amazing. Helen will be right away. Gao Zhobao rushed up after sitting first, and who was next? I remember it seems to be Liu Sumei. It's really not easy for Liu Sumei. It's really good. Arthur here received this A-May here. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. Brother Hao Rui is very amazing in everyone. And everyone is following closely. This is the real veterans mobility is very powerful, very powerful. On Easter, I have launched a lot of programs in the main channel of Phoenix Hotel. This main channel. This Fugo festival is the biggest compound festival we have had for many years. When I came to the Western world, I saw it. I can feel it in my channel, basically in some countries around the world. All festival events have been launched successfully. Over the years, this European land and the Western world have had such strong blessings, such a soaring celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and it is the first time that this celebration is so noisy. It's the first time that it's such a grand event, which I never imagined, especially this gathering of tens of thousands of people from Indonesia. Wow, India. There are also Greece and France. These are huge and shocking scars. There are also Argentina and the United States. It is also in the land of the United States. Jesus has returned to people's daily life. For Christ Jesus, it conforms to this complete. This conforms to this, and there is. There is also this share of this Christ, this share of this renewal of faith. It's really grand than ever before. So especially in the White House, this White House in the United States, our local wife Melania also held a grand party with President Trump. Let's take a look first.
Periods of time, we're honoring Jesus Christ, and we're going to honor Jesus Christ very powerfully through our lives, all through our lives. Not just now, all through our lives. We're bringing religion back in America. We're bringing a lot of things back, but religion is coming back to America, the spirit and the kind of numbers that you are seeing. So
ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States and First Lady Melania Trump make their entrance accompanied by the Easter Bunny. Master Gunnery Sergeant Kevin Benier, accompanied by the President's own United States Marine bands, will now honor America with the singing of our national anthem.
You can see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed. I thought twilight's last sleeping, which prescribes and bright stars. The perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so talently streaming. And the rockets regularly, or bumps bursting in air. They prove to the night that our flag continues to wave there. Oh, say, does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave? Been her yet?
It is to show you that during the resurrection of Christ, the beautiful White House of the White House, under the special point of the First Lady of Manania, showed a particularly different color. Accompanied by the rabbit on the Gynecology Day, they used the national anthem of the United States to start this wonderful egg activity in the White House Resumption Circle in 2025. This is in the process. President Trump also spoke, saying that he would be very beneficial and respectful in his life. Jesus Christ. Not only now, but in a lifetime, with a lifetime of respect. Respect Jesus Christ. This is the festival of reunion. There are a lot of happy materials, especially in the United States, the rich country of Christ and the restoration of Christ in the whole world. There has never been this desire. Let me present it to you again, that turning back, our life, I have transferred this praise therapy and this natural therapy on our website to everyone again. What about life? It's even more valuable. And our life has come to the present, and it's even more exciting with 5 scenes. So now seeing this life, it is really precious, and it is very, very fragile. This fragile and precious life, this topic is really endless. It can be said that this spring has come, and we are now in this Christ. During this period when Jesus reunites, the vibration frequency is also the strongest and highest. The highest end, so I'm in the group, and I said whether you are a Christian or not, then cherish life at this most vibrating frequency and most powerful time, please. Everyone cherish life with their heart, this precious life. Life is really challenging. It's very, very not easy. More and more of these topics, more and more of these truth topics, let you know that it's not easy. So I'll change this short paragraph that Xiaoken has exploded in the last 2 days for everyone.
Chronic disease burden, my uncle was president. 3% of Americans at chronic disease today at 60%. 74% of our kids cannot qualify for military service. We have fertility rates, that are just spiraling. A teenager today, an American teenager, has less testosterone than is a 68-year-old man. Firm counts are down 50%. Rules are hit American.
Less testosterone than a 60-year-old man.
That's right, because that testosterone levels have dropped 50% from historic levels. And, and that is a problem, and it's an existing problem, but that is only when we have obesity. That is IT off the charts.
Shocken Not Nitty has numerous blockbusters this week. What is this message about? The host felt incredibly surprised. I repeatedly questioned him, and his response was immediate. What about the decline in testosterone levels observed in this man? 50% of men have experienced a 50% decrease in qualcomaxin. Today's teenage boys possess lower high commons levels than 68-year-old men. The host queried him consistently, and his response remained unchanged, affirming the situation. As a U.S. Department of Defense, this Minister of Health, he wants to say this. He either does it out of thin air. People like us, or ordinary people, can make this conspiracy theory. What's the theory? As soon as you open your mouth, you can talk about it. No, it's the Secretary of Health of the United States. Every word and every sentence of it. So take out these data. It has to stand the scrutiny of this law. Without genuine material evidence, it cannot make such assertions. Otherwise, it risks legal consequences. What it informs you is male. Currently, teenage male testosterone levels are concerning. That is, if you play high, you will be high. The testosterone level of a 68-year-old man is lower than expected for someone of that age. What does this signify? How can one conceive of such deceptive news akin to a truth bomb? This shows that what a man is. This man, he can't have children. Men have no sexual function, can't have children, and have no vitality, and there is no man who has no spirit, no blood, no vitality. Being sluggish will lead to too many problems that everyone thinks about. So what about these? It is in the whole world. This bomb is hosted by this journalist, and it is also a bomb for him. But for us, it is what we have already mentioned and told you long ago. How many years have I been trying to tell you? They are large-scale sand mountain for men. This sand mountain, it is for your food, including corn, aimed at this male genitalia. And these vegetable oils, including this fried. No matter its nature, continually targeting male genitals implies prohibiting future births. Hence, let's not discuss other diseases. That's the situation we've outlined. How many 9 cows? Not just 9 cows, but tens of thousands of cows are regarded as 1 millimeter. All the truths we mentioned are only a little on the surface, but how many are they actually more terrible than this? Can you imagine today's young people? His testosterone has decreased significantly, even lower than 66% found in 18-year-old males. Indeed, this generation is gone. Young women and men are disappearing, leading to the present scenario. With the youth gone, the male and female groups diminished. You become aged. Or how many 10-year-olds can still fight? So ask all the people in the world, how many people are still alive and maybe fight. And this blood, why is this generation of young people bloodless? There's a lack of vibrational frequency. Air, water, and food are structured to potentially cause widespread individual destruction. No matter whether you get vaccinated or not, when you see this data, I don't know how many people have what kind of mentality and what kind of shock they have. These data are many times worse than what we said. How worse they are? They are teenagers. Don't say it, they are already earning years now. Teenagers would have been 17, 8, 15, 6, 13, 4. These teenagers, these children, these teenagers, he should be when he is particularly vigorous and has the strongest vitality. So don't talk about people aged 20, 30, and 40. They can't even compare with 60, 68-year-old men, which are 68-year-old here. You said it was extinct. What kind of extinction is it on the verge of? To what extent? So no one is afraid that no one feels numb. Because people are numb, so why are human beings already dying? This is a death. That is a death. What about us? In the process of mentioning this life, I want to give you this. I reminded you in the group that this is our natural therapy, which we are very glorious of, and the greatness of our natural therapy of traditional Chinese medicine. His oops, this is to say great and great. I don't know how to dare to express it. This is indeed the natural therapy of Chinese culture, both Chinese and English culture, its majestic temple, truly. What God left behind to mankind can save some people. This treasure is the only great Chinese medicine and great Chinese medicine therapy. Then, in the vast sea of people, there are people who can truly achieve immediate results. Cure this, this, this. The team. Kinman's exquisite art has become popular. It is very hard to find it in the vast people, even in the land of China. But we came to meet, so I have felt countless times. Countless times of amazement, countless times of gratitude to myself for my good fortune. And my good fortune, we are so good and so deep. Because this time I said in the group that there were 6 people and 6 people asked to give us this because we had an accident with our drinks. I said that we have almost arrived at this, and our mission has been completed. Taoist planner, so some people are still in poor health. If you want to find out about the accident drink and see where your body is, you can still ask me and our team, the old man, to have a look. In the end, where is your awareness certificate? Then, after reading these 6 people, I was very surprised and I was really scared. I didn't mention the other terminal illnesses of these 6 people. Then 6 people have all the same blood vessels at the same time, blocking the cardiovascular system and blocking the cerebrovascular blockage. They're also very, very dangerous crises, basically very, very dangerous, so endangered that there may be cerebral hemorrhage at any time. A stroke. Call me anytime. There are 6 people, all of whom have such problems at the same time. There are plenty of this tongue. The tongue has turned completely black. Snow that blood vessel. Then the cardiovascular and cerebral blood vessels are all black. At any time it has been tightened and black, and it will explode at any time, so there may be a crisis of life at any time, and it will be gone, or it will be a stroke, or this cardiovascular, that is. Cardiovascular and cerebrovascular diseases will manifest, causing severe issues simultaneously. What about these individuals? These are our genuine warriors, dedication beyond measure. None of the veterans have vaccination. Remarkably, none contracted any illness despite others being vaccinated in a vast population. A sudden event led to one's heart stopping abruptly, resulting in death. Large-scale cerebral hemorrhages cause sudden stroke-induced deaths and have spread globally. Yet, among our veterans, vaccinations were never administered. In this way, there is no vaccine at all. Why do we always have such problems? There are all these serious and very serious problems, and some of them are, of course, concurrent. Facial paralysis complicated by Stroke has already occurred, and it has occurred before, so all of them have a common problem at the same time, that is, they have not been vaccinated. Not vaccinated? So there will be, and there will also be, these very serious problems. What about one? First of all, I have been emphasizing that what I have been emphasizing is to eat all your bodies and all your diseases. We Chinese people, as long as we have Chinese blood, understand it. And from the mouth. You just have to eat. First of all, you can't keep your mouth shut. This poses a critical and potentially lethal question. How do we manage what is spoken? Over the past 4 to 6 years, particularly in the recent 4 to 5 years, my channel has prioritized life's intrinsic value, emphasizing the preservation of one's precious existence. How do you safeguard your existence, maintain vitality, sustain life, and regulate your expressions? We have been instilling your conspiracy theory. This conspiracy theory, this is completely in line with this tradition to keep you in good health. This ideology is completely subversive, and you are subversive to protect yourself with subversive health, subversive eating. This transformative approach demands a focus on high protein, high cholesterol, and high fat diets. Numerous individuals have received extensive support, indicative of our substantial assistance initiatives. The kind of gout that hurts constantly from beginning to end. I know that I have been in constant pain all my life. I know that I can't cure it all my life. Yours is like this gout. Once it's ready, it's not just half of it, it's very comfortable. And then I eat happily, eat desperately, and start eating fruits and vegetables. You have to finish eating a lot of fruits. Hey, it starts again. Eat yourself fully. Between 3 and 6 months, pain and stroke may occur, so you can't eat those fruits anymore. We took out ourselves. We really tell everyone this. Many medicinal materials are unavailable. For example, in this life-saving God medicine, which includes this and yours. If you want to ignite your blood vessels, the fire of your life is very, very, very weak, and the fire of your life gate is very, very weak. Then these videos that are ignited are in the Chinese market. You can't find them on the market, and basically you can't give them to Chinese people at all. They were all given back by Japan, South Korea, and the United States, and these little pieces are all genuine products. They all have to go through very, very impure means. True teaching methods are not a matter of money. I can buy money as long as I can pay for it. I will go whatever I can get, and it doesn't matter. The key point is that you can't buy such a process even if you pay for it. And you don't have these things you buy. They are all free, and they are all being used by our comrades. But after eating, I feel comfortable, and after I feel comfortable, I forget about these. Let me tell you, oops, what I eat is tropical fruit. What I eat is not. It's from the cold zone. Oops, I really told you. I can't laugh or cry. I really can't laugh or cry. Then our old grandfather said that tropical fruits are extremely toxic, even colder. Really colder. Excessive is tropical fruit. Still need to lose? You said you didn't care about your life, and you finally begged me to help save and pull my life, just in case I had a stroke. What should I do if I have a stroke within 3 months? Yes, I will really take action, but I take action. It makes me feel chilling to lose because I have to increase the original amount of 20 grams to 50 grams, which is the 50 grams that we can't buy if we lose money to save you. So this life, I don't know. Everyone thinks that this life is very immortal. In fact, this life is very fragile. It is a very, very long process for you to really maintain this life. You should also maintain it well. We call how to raise it well, which is to raise it little by little. But once it is destroyed, there may be someone in a few hours. It's not dead. This is dead. Maybe your health is still very good. Not to mention this kind of person who is sick and sick from head to toe. So some people are very strong, very powerful. But it's because as soon as the cold comes into life, it will suddenly fail if you don't pay attention. There are many people, and we are the strongest of ourselves. This kind of body is right beside us. It's all like this. So we give these examples one by one, just to make everyone realize their own lives. In addition to letting others help you, the most important thing is that others can only help you. So the most important thing is, how do you live seriously and severely? Go and live according to every rhythm we have taught you, instead of a battalion, a real battalion. Take it for granted. Oops, I think it must be true to say that I can eat that cold bomb food. I wash my hair and body desperately, so I will save money. Some people say it's oops, I'm for life, I can only work for life, so I can't protect my body. That's why I said you are working hard and you're trying your best to survive. Who is better than our special operations forces, such as Mr. Deng Hai, or they are giant jurisdictions? They have been unable to eat a bite of lard for a few years. You can't eat a bite of pork or a vegetable leaf for many years. There is no heat, but they can definitely keep the poisonous things in their mouths. I would rather be hungry than eat them. No one suffers from them, and they suffer from them, but they can keep their mouths shut. No, we under the world, we people who live in this world, there is no one's life, there is Mr. Deng Lang and their sufferings. I'll tell everyone. There is no one, even if you are called you. No matter how vital your life is, then at that time, I said that you have all the lies. That is, I didn't need to follow these rules to do things. Then you're caught. You eat. Why did you eat a lot of things? You didn't eat a little. This meat didn't eat a little high protein and high cholesterol yours. You said yes, oops, that goose tank. Oh, this cow tank. Oh, cow tank is too expensive. Because I can't afford it. You can't afford that pile of eggs. You can't afford it. You can't afford that pile of eggs. If you eat 10 or 5 eggs, how much you eat every day is better than eating a lot of eggs. That fruit is better. You already know this information yourself. Why don't you protect yourself? Then there is another one. That is to say, in our domestic group, of course, this relative of our veteran soldier and this friend of our veteran soldier is not a relative friend. I wrote something recently, and I can tell you about it, by the way. In addition to these 7 common cardiovascular problems at the same time, it is to remind everyone that you are not you. If you don't get vaccinated, you are safe. They keep saying that you haven't been vaccinated, you just escaped a kind of death. So why is cardiovascular disease like this at the same time? So many people have cardiovascular problems at the same time. In its climate, in the air, in the water, you are contaminated with so many things at the same time every time you get vaccinated. You exist in a genuinely empty void of true poison, solitary in this town. This fragrance, completely toxic, makes survival incredibly hard, where even a slight error can ensnare you completely. As for us, he has been involved in selling drugs continuously. Furthermore, if you choose to abide by this method again and fully accept it, your body will truly perish through complete cooperation with DS. The other one that I will share with you is that one friend of this old comrade in arms in our country, his friend, is a face-to-face. Well, you are safe. keep saying that every time you get a vaccine, you just escape and have a kind of death. So why is cardiovascular disease like this at the same time? So many people have cardiovascular problems at the same time. In its climate, the air, the water, you publicize so much at the same time every time you get a vaccine. You live in a real empty box, alone in this township, this fragrance, and this fragrance is completely full of poison. So you are already very difficult, and you will be completely caught if you are not careful. He himself has been dealing drugs. In addition, if you open this method again and accept it again, then your body will really be destroyed by your complete cooperation with DS. What about the other one? What I'm sharing with you is that we, friends of this old comrade in arms in China, and his friend is a noodle stall. It's facial paralysis. Actually, what about this problem? I just learned today that he not only had facial paralysis, but also had this surgery on the brain, which was the surgery of turning on the brain. These were not mentioned to our team at all. Only the old lady Qin Yan, they didn't think it had been mentioned, so he was 30 years old. Well, facial paralysis. I searched all over the 30-year-old cotton sticky noodle stalls. It turned out that there was not much to tell me. They just told me their information and actually gave us very, very little. So I repeatedly stressed that when you came to us, you found our team to make your medical history as clear as possible. If your medical history is not clear, they are completely using their skills to consume the skills of others to help you see it. So just at the beginning, he has been 30 years. No wonder he has searched for this famous doctor all over the world. The so-called famous doctors are in Chinese mainland, and this person is in Beijing. People have been searched all over Chinese mainland. All the cotton-padded clothes, folk remedies, and big hospitals have been searched all over such big hospitals. In the end, they all refused. Treat them. This nervous facial paralysis is resistant to treatment, and no one can cure it. And now tell me that it's still open the way. I only know now. I said, no wonder what it is. Is it because he is looking for us? It's probably a month or two before you come to us. For a month or two where we still started from detoxifying the liver. Korean fashion. There is also this, and this stone removal, body stone removal. So don't talk about this liver detoxification. If you vomit and pull it, you have eaten 2 pears. It's no longer possible. What you smell is that you refuse to soak. After the Korean style went away, he said, oops, I don't have this Korean style. How can I have Korean shifeng on me? There is no reaction after eating this. I said it is impossible. All people in the world must have Han Shifeng. It must be impossible. You Han Shifeng, aren't you saying that it's not time for me to pull hard after eating because his performance is just like your Han Shifeng? Sometimes he just farts, or it's easy to excrete when you excrete, or there's some eye droppings in your eyes, or there's a lot of phlegm. He doesn't necessarily want to vomit, or it's pan shifeng when you pull it up. He may go to this according to your state in any state, so he keeps telling him, oops, no, I said it's impossible to eliminate these. Then, after the upper row of stones is put on, it is the first row, and then the second course of treatment. That is, we say it alone, because it means that you don't have a single grain of it in your whole body, and it can escape from you first. Be sure to remove the extremely dirty body. The poison is that the liver function does not work, and the poison must be discharged. In addition to the discharge, then your stone, you bet that the whole system is blocked. This stone, you don't rule out that you can't do it. That is, you are the first, and the simplest thing is that your body is dirty and highly toxic, those smoked books. It took more than 30 years, even 60 years, these 60 years from birth to now. The garbage that smells worse than this, feces must be discharged. If it is discharged, it may not be completely cleaned up. It can be discharged, protected, managed, and repaired. So what about after it is discharged? Then it was Taiwan province who felt, oh, his spirits were better, and he began to have energy, because why did he say before it was marriage and the whole body and brain were drowsy? It's not enough to eat or sleep. It's basically unable to sleep restlessly, so it's definitely not energetic. Then these people in Taiwan have started to have energy. They started to walk very smoothly. Then we first, I didn't feel anything when I went on the first set. After the first set of treatment, I said I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything just now. I don't feel a big feeling. But after a while it comes, then it just feels very good. I started to feel better, and then I got cramped. This facial cramp on this face, it's fine if the pumping and storage has stopped. So the whole mental state is better than that before the age of 30. What is this good? Someone else told him, and someone else told him, how can you be more beautiful than when you were younger before? Only then did he realize, ouch, it's true, our drink is a god this. He was so powerful that he actually made him rise to life. Then no one accepted such a process at all, and none of the hospitals in Beijing refused it. This is a neurological injury. It's the nerve. Sexual damage occurs if the nervous system is entirely destroyed, leading to complete failure of internal organs. Its destruction includes the life gate, which is now feeble. Hey, so it's us, that is to say, although it's on, we sometimes save lives to save our comrade in arms, because some people, for example, some people have some pancreatic cancer. Then you are already in a very urgent situation. And then not only a pancreatic cancer, but also a cardiovascular and cerebrovascular system are also very blocked. So many people. As for these people, there are also, just because they also gave us Mr. Lighthouse a little money to donate a little money, then let's go on this thing and take out our own wealth in vain in order to save lives. For example, what I said is like a keel. What is a keel? It is to be good at a special kind of food. And what is this special kind of food? As long as we appeared on the stage ourselves, sir, they needed it until he needed it, and they gave it to him for free. They gave it to the old things for free, because they had given a little bit of this heart before, and this donation was expensive. A little bit, the money of this heart was completely given to others, just to be grateful for the original heart given to this. So for example, a terminal illness like this is actually terminally ill. What do you want to use to save your life? To use, for example, what do you insist on using? Rhino horn? So I don't know how many people have heard of rhinoceros horns. It's already very, very difficult to really find rhinoceros horns, and you need any bloody ones or bloody ones before you can get on them. It will take you 2 minutes like this. It's not just a matter of tens of thousands of dollars, but just to save lives, that is, to save the lives of our own friends, and to save lives, we all took these things, because it's extremely dangerous to save lives. What about these individuals? They might be unaware of the efforts needed to save a life. Yes, Zhuxiang. Ouch, Zhuxiang is here. Yes, I just have a word in my heart. And there is also a keel. So some people really don't know. I really don't know that these are hard won. How much money does it cost? We ourselves have to spend a huge amount of money to get it. Just to save this life, so many people don't know how difficult it is and how expensive it is to get it. Nevertheless, it remains. In fact, many people basically don't understand the preciousness, and they really don't understand the preciousness, and they won't go or really be grateful. I still think I got it. Someone got it. Ouch. Okay, I'll eat this in 2 days and I'll eat it again in a few months. I said, to what extent has your life reached? What extent has it reached? It's us. I don't know. I won't say it, but no. It's not that if it weren't for this crisis, it's our old man. They wouldn't have dispensed medicines like this. I tried my best to match it, just because we are from overseas. And this wave of people tried their best to match it. So I felt that I said what I had to say and done what I had to do anyway. Yes, your life is your own. Go and think about it yourself. So this is what we are like. We just want to know when saving people, that is to say, like this and like us. It's true that many people don't know why we want it, why we go to this medicine until we lose the disease, why it has immediate results, why it means that it actually saved you with you, and you still don't understand this. Many people, when he buys breasts, they are all the kind of old phlegm full of brothers, and impeachment is the kind of old impeachment. The old impeachment has become diseased, which means that it is actually diseased. That is, the chest cavity has already developed a disease. It is already this disease. What is cancer? Just to help you in the queue. So this is the process. How difficult it is. It's such facial paralysis, such noodle stools. In all these big hospitals, all 30 years old are called 30 years old. It's not just an interview, but I didn't know it until today, and my brain was turned on. That's it. Don't talk about it. People are energetic and their faces are moist and moist. This old friend said that he is younger and more beautiful than before. Why is he more beautiful than before? What's the name of this noodle stall? It's unimaginable to cope with such a severe illness without any major hospital support, especially when they all decline admission now. It's surreal to be witnessing this revival. Now, the condition of the whole body. Very young. As long as the whole person lives, I will tell him everyone. Oh yes, I'll tell you this. Is this possible for you? Could you possibly imagine that? We experience this unique meeting, this distinct interaction. If it's our pickup station and we don't agree, well, if we don't write it out, I won't be too lazy to talk about it. It's just that there are too many things these days, so it's like writing it out, then just click it. Yes, your life needs strangeness. You need these, and these creations also need ambiguity. Every ailment in the world can be addressed. I'm emphasizing now the significance of avoiding him, confronting him, recognizing neurological damage, and grasping reality. Was revived? Not just internally, he's missing a crucial nerve. The process of pumping and storage has ceased entirely, yet his face remains animated. Moreover, the overall body's condition is excellent. Mentally, he's thriving, and his gait has improved significantly. Previously mundane activities are invigorated. He's active throughout the day, sometimes for several days consecutively, without interruption. I don't feel any fatigue indicating that a person has been fundamentally incapacitated. Yet this partial paralysis has at least transformed him into a strikingly animated individual. This is our team's leader, Sun, who has contributed significantly but no longer plays. The team consists of around 200 members. He is unable to handle this. It's God. It's rare that I don't open a house with you, but after the whole team is finished and the kitchens are finished, the old man will check it and tell me, that's it. What an intriguing aspect of fortune sex is. That is why I mentioned gratitude. However, our youth now wishes to offer it. I mentioned before that there are 2 young individuals in Britain, both 26 years old. 26 years old at the same time. 2 young people, both 26 years old at the same time. Well, did you mention this and that last time? Yes. I can't eat or sleep. My whole tongue is rotten. My whole viscera system is completely finished. And I am 26 years old. Recently, the other is in very good spirits and his hair is white at the age of 26. Then what then? The whirling was extremely challenging. What is this called? This vertebra hurts. This elderly woman's group faced a terrifying situation. The second young man appeared normal on the surface. But I was shocked when I got that prescription. What is this house? 11 flavored drinks are actually such a young man. On the surface, they don't look very good, but they just can't sleep. They eat very deliciously and they can't sleep and are very strong. But it was the whole heart, kidney yang, and this lung that were completely destroyed. The old man said that the congenital teeth and acquired teeth were completely destroyed. This young man likes to exercise very much. Then I went to the gym this afternoon and at night, and I was actually seen by the old man's team. Then tell me, this makes this person, but this young man can't. This can't go to the gym in the afternoon. Going to the gym at night is already too harmful to yang qi. Ouch, I really admire it to death. I didn't say it, but they actually saw it all. So when you see a doctor, it's their real people. These people who can see have high power, and our drinks are all spiritual. The real thing is to see from a distance, and the real thing is to see with your high skills. So this is our Chinese medicine culture. This happened once before, Jixiang said. Once before, my wife's medicine, there was a keel in it, and my husband stored 3,000 yuan, which was many years ago. Lin Li, that's right. The drink is a life-saving drink as soon as it arrives. Use it immediately. Yes, everyone is because of this encounter. This Lily also came up. This is that I am the luckiest person. I can't miss such an opportunity. I just use the product immediately. It's really like this. This kind of correspondence, this kind of fate is also truly fate. Everyone, Mr. DeLang, also cherishes this kind of thoughts that his comrades have given him very much. That is, the 1.1 points of thoughts given to him are completely capable. Remember, so this time I rushed to me to use the keel at once. I matched the keel. I was really, oops, this heart is this, because it is not easy for him to find a specific keel, so it is quite very. This is reluctant. To be honest, I'm really not that great, so I feel reluctant. Because it disappears once after mixing, and its quantity is large. I have to get 20 grams at a time, so I just use a little bit, and it is gone. So it's not easy to tell you that it's this kind of encounter. That is, in our channel, there is such a good fortune, which is really better than Xiao Ken. So that's what Xiao Ken said. What we have told you about before is how this DS attacks men, especially men. Now, it has been completely confirmed by this little Ken It is no longer just according to the novel, And Zhu Xiao and the others mentioned that what we mentioned was just a mention. So now Xiao Ken is here to tell you, oops, come back and have a look. Today's men, today's children, now's heavy half news, bomb news. The high cylinder in men's body it's down 50%. Teenage boys have lower testosterone than 68-year-old men. Oh, now everyone think about it. Yes, just like the keel is very expensive now, very expensive. And another thing is to find what they want. It's not easy to find one of our level, very not easy. This keel, especially the rhinoceros horn, is also very, very difficult to get, especially in my heart. What we use is strange, and strange to everyone. It doesn't seem like a little bit. This is what we think, that's all. Why are our people, except the old man and their team, so exquisite and unique? All this film and film. These medicines in these films are all different. Hey, the traces testosterone drop is normal. So many poisons for how many years? For many years, we have talked about how many years he attacked these boys in all directions in water, including corn, oil, and fried things you eat. Ouch! Now this number is more accurate and terrible than what Zhongxie mentioned back then. Teenage children's body need. Than 68-year-old boys, men are even lower. Then these boys, the young generation of young people now, are all dead. Ouch, it's not called dead. Basically, they don't have this, that is, you don't have this, that is, they don't have sexual function. Yes, Juxiao. Golden bullhorn. It's about 2 million, it's true, it's about 2 million. And my Zhu Xiaozhen is amazing. That was the price many years ago. Now, the most important thing is that I can't find it. I couldn't find it many years ago, because if we want a few milligrams, it's a few milligrams. Generally speaking, the dosage is 2 grams. Ah, this indeed. It's not simple, that is, why this effect is so good anyway, and why can it be brought back to life? They use these things when they face terminal illness. Generally, they are really not used. He had no choice but to use it when it came to the decisive battle. It was like this that he was terminally ill and dying. Or if it is cancer, if it is symptomatic cancer, you can use this if you have to. This grandmother is still not an ordinary cancer. She has to use it. It's just that sometimes we are the same as the original, and we are the same as saving people. Well, more than a dozen sets of medicine went out, just to save one who wasn't in New York before, and there were also various kinds of medicines. I all knew that I was this patient, and Gao Huan also used these things. Therefore, this body will live, and if it is borrowed, it will really live. We also confiscate it. Sometimes we even confiscate the expenses, so we give it out, so it's not a matter of tens of thousands. Some of them just have to be used, and if they have to be used, they are given out. Why can they be brought back to life? All the fees were confiscated and given out, didn't they? Unless allocated empty payment. Yes, no, because I didn't even receive the fee, so all the money was given for nothing. Therefore, cherish it. Even this fate is not easy, and this fate is also not easy. Why? Well, there is such a thing. Why are there so many people? They can save people themselves, and the blessing of being able to keep him is getting higher and higher. It's getting higher and higher. That is, when saving people, in fact, even the money is confiscated and given out. What about some people? They disappear when they die. Even this crab disappeared without saying a word. It's true that when everyone has met a man anyway, it's this pain, this cancer, and that cancer are covered with cancer. After you and that are rescued and given out, there will be no one and no contact. Got up and disappeared again. Is it true that everyone has met it? So look at this male testosterone words. It's not scary. Then it's, why are we now in our this, we, this? I really push it out to everyone, what we are particularly precious. And it is also made by the old man we really taught to force. This pure natural male testosterone and female. Purple homophyllum. What is he so important? With women's analgesics, women's food vegetarians, what about after you have them? It is to protect your youth and prevent you from aging. The simplest sentence, why is this high glucose in men so important? I didn't say much. Why do we force our old grandfather to get it and there is a special price? Just rolled out a little during our special month. Men's testosterone is more difficult. It takes 3 times a day, but we women take it twice a day. So why is it so difficult for men's high school to get us this so? I give it to our family. The 2 boys in South Korea were saved and fed to them, so they must give it to them because the destroyed food of their current young people is in water. Oh, now I'll show this little Ken to our 2 boys. Have you seen it? How long and difficult is it for us to be foresighted? A man is not called a man if he doesn't have testosterone. It's that simple. Your simplest male must get up every morning so that your yang can stand upright. Then you can't stand upright, the simplest and simplest. So I know that this young man now, he basically can't do it. So I'll tell us directly, give it to 2 boys, give it to them and make up for it for a period of time. You must give it to them. They tried their best to be in the air. Now they know that I am not the only one in the air. Besides, the air is directly poisoned. Then we have shown everyone the poisonous food in the air and the poisonous water in various platforms. If the poison in it is directly aimed at you, it will kill you directly. So, what did this kill directly? Look at Britain now. It's not like we say anymore. The British government has publicly told you in the past 2 days that it's going to cover this sun. From last year to this year, Bill Gates told you how successful it was to shade the sun in Europe, as it was publicly told by the British government.
Global warming will be given the green light by the government within weeks. Oh, so they're using global warming again, aren't they? Okay, I'm sorry, I thought we stopped calling global warming because IT wasn't global warming. But now you need to justify dimming the sun like a supervillain from The Simpsons, and so suddenly it's global warming again. Great, amazing how arbitrary all of this is. Outdoor field trials, which could include injecting aerosols into the atmosphere or brightening clouds to reflect sunshine, are being considered by scientists as way to prevent runaway climate change. ARIA, the government's Advanced Research and Invention Funding Agency, has set aside £50 million for projects which will be announced in the coming weeks. Everything we do is going to be safe by design. We are absolutely committed to responsible research, including responsible outdoor research. Yeah, don't worry, folks, their responses. Possibly dimming the sun. They're responsible spring particles into the air to block out sunlight in an irreversible fashion. But don't worry, it'll be responsible in recent decades. Experts.
Now, in the past 2 days, the British government has publicly admitted this public, and it has also publicly announced that they have covered the sun. British scientists also started outdoor geoengineering with the second illness. This is part of the government's pillar plan to reduce global warming by weakening the intensity of sunlight, although it may include injecting aerosols into the atmosphere or brightening this cloud to help sunlight reflect off the earth. The person in charge is talking about the day when he guarantees that no poisonous substances will be released, and the guarantee can be guaranteed. So now this baby theory tells you directly. In fact, the British government has directly admitted to telling you directly, and it has also directly admitted that they are going to toxins sprayed in the atmosphere, spray chemicals, then tell you directly, and I will kill you directly. Then this is the subtext. I will kill you directly, and I will tell you publicly that I will kill you directly. When didn't you get angry and get into the water? So I asked, what kind of precarious situation your life has been in. So it's no wonder that young people nowadays, that's such real information that Xiao Kan has already broken out then. As government officials like them, there may still be some restrictions on what it breaks out. Some type. It's not even stricter than this. So as the saying goes, it's normal that Chinese means fish cast sunny days. Natural physiological conditions, boys must be male when they wake up. And they should be able to be male, so they wake up early. So any man, whether you're a boy or girl, or any man, not a boy or girl, you are not a woman, a girl, or any boy or any man. When you wake up in the morning, you can't straighten up your heroism. That is, you don't have it. That is lack of this. Aren't you a man? Your kidney function is the most fundamental point. Your kidney function is completely absent. Testosterone is the simplest point, which tells you that you have no kidney function and your kidney organ system has been completely destroyed. So what is the reason? Male, male, male. The simplest thing is this kidney function. The simplest thing for men is that if you don't have sex, it means sexual function. Kidney function is linked with life. The kidney is the connection line. Why keep it secret? Why saint? Why do you have this feature? Then what it destroys you directly is testosterone. That is testosterone. Let me put it more directly. That is, testosterone is testosterone. From this comparison, take a look. From this comparison, you will know that everything we mentioned, just what Jungse mentioned, is just a little bit. Anything, any 11-point thing is just a little bit on the surface. 11 points are just a little bit on the surface. So the deeper poison in the deep path is vicious and evil. If you know it, it is more than 10,000 times or 100,000 times. Whether it is mentioned, the CCP war group or anyone else, then look at this. This is repeated consecutively. These people. Frequency protein found in cerebral arteries. Now this is completely 17 months after the announcement. The new Crown vaccine is injected. Stimulating proteins produced by such vaccines appeared in the arteries of the stroke. Protein traverses through the blood-brain barrier in the body. It is raising serious neurovascular and long-term safety issues that the public has not been warned of. So it's okay to be vaccinated. It's okay to be vaccinated. This stroke phenomenon suddenly causes a large number of strokes, which is related to this cerebral arteriosclerosis in the brain. Operating ceremony. In order to convey this information truthfully on a larger scale to you, that's not just those who have been vaccinated, but those who have been vaccinated, and it appears on a large scale. This pays more attention to what we once told you. If you are vaccinated, don't say anything. It's straightforward and attacks your heart. The blood vessels that attack you, the ones that attack you. Then besides being vaccinated, then you are in the air and water. Everything sprayed is aimed at that is to kill you. So now this is really just Britain's publicity that is publicly telling you, and I will kill you in the next couple of weeks. In the coming weeks, they've been doing this for a while. Over the past year, it's no longer just what we are discussing here concerning covering the sun. It's no longer viewed as a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy chaos has all been displayed in front of your eyes, is completely confirmed. It's just that what we're talking about may be simpler. Compare that. This sentence, I wonder if you feel very kind when you see this sentence. When I saw this sentence, I immediately thought of Mr. Danta. Didn't their channel send it? Why did Mr. Deng Ma send it to me? Of course, what Mr. Deng Ma said was also said by President Chuang. Ouch, as soon as I saw this, isn't this what I said, of course? The world will not be destroyed by evil. Not to be destroyed by these evils, but by those who show their hands and do nothing to stop them. The most frightening aspect is not the evil people, but those who feign ignorance. A man who stands by. I don't know if everyone feels kind. Why is this the case? What Mr. Deng initially mentioned many years ago, once it was confirmed by this founding president, and what Jun Xia said was also repeated by this founding president again and again. How did the president become this? Followers. What's in this channel? What Mr. Tandao said, which we said in Jiqiang, ours just said a little earlier. And finally, President Trump followed suit and slowly followed, becoming a follower and saying, oh, this world is really terrible. That is, it won't be destroyed by evil, but it will be destroyed by those who show their hands and don't take any action to stop them. Isn't this destruction like this? You all know how evil the evil person is, but the most terrible thing is the huge person who pretends to be dead. It doesn't matter if he is huge. Don't do anything. Stand by. Numbness can't withstand a big zombie apocalypse. It's what many people have been shouting, how are we suffering? We are suffering here and there. What you think of is to let others save you. You didn't think of all your suffering at all. All your suffering combined can't compare with others' suffering in a day. Does anyone really have this? They get less than 20 minutes of sleep a day, like this person. Less than 10 minutes. Just you. Can you endure it? What you consume is barely enough. There is no nutrition at all. Aside from those eggs, there's no trace of lard or pork to be found. Not a millet. You may just chew a little bit like a fish if you continue to chew on the fish. Chew a little fish every day to make him want to vomit. Maybe it's just eating beef and enjoying the taste of chicken. Maybe it's just about consuming zombie chickens. Only zombie chickens. You can only eat a little eggs to keep alive. Who can I ask? Who has such a bitter life? All of us scream every day, white hat, please save me. Where have we suffered? Where have we suffered? How many people really do something? Things really happen, really act, really do something. No one in the world suffers like them, but they can still keep their mouths shut. Can be able to keep your mouth well. So it's kind here. When you read this sentence, reflect again. Maybe the Communist Party should have been destroyed this year, or maybe it should have been destroyed last year, but it's because of your inaction. You don't want to do it at all. You simply stand idly by. You don't want to move at all, and most of them pretend to be dead. So all the process is worthy of being pushed and extended. It has been extended this year. It should have been liberated last year and the year before last, but what should have been finished long ago has been postponed until now. All going into the city is related to everyone's awakening, and all going into the city is related to everyone's awakening. Of course, the vast majority of people are drilled to death. Let our process make our real combat effectiveness lose, damage, and let us white hats. Can't go home. Day by day, and another day like this pushed by. So it's all the so-called human inaction. He is numb to the vast majority of human beings who are selfish. Numb, selfish. Human nature is inherently selfish. What is the name of a sexual person? In reality, it represents those selfish and blind individuals who say that we can only turn around from this point and then continue. The Communist Party. Today I saw a video about the Communist Party and a bridge in Shunyi, Beijing. Okay, no sound now. How about it now? Does Shimei have a voice now? Wait a minute. Let me have a look. Oh, it's okay now, isn't it? Okay now. Thank you, Hannah Sheep. Okay, thank you, Shumei. That is, I accidentally turned this one off myself. It's my problem. Ah, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. That's where I was. When it comes to the Communist Party of China, CPC, it's just yesterday that I was in Shun recently. In Beijing, Shunyi, this bridge collapsed. In this location and that one, May is discussing concepts related to expressing gratitude. April 23rd was the day before today. In Chengdu. On April 23rd, there was a significant bridge collapse at Chaobeihei in Beijing's Shunyi district. The eye of the wall collapsed, and this fake particle product of the Communist Party, I don't know how it collapsed. On April 15th, Chengdu. On April 15th, a brave man in Chengdu hung 3 political banners on the flyover to oppose the Communist Party of China, CPC, dictatorship to give democracy. It is said that recently there is a large-scale riot in China now. In this massive riot, there are large-scale riots in all directions in China. One is for everyone to see, and it is reported by American entrepreneurs. He abstained from paying wages to companies and factories that had no outstanding debts. This extensive riot and demonstration resulted in great destruction, including fires within these factories. The Chinese population is expressing dissent against the Communist Party in varied ways, while the Communist Party continues to dominate the Chinese populace. Embark on the mission. In Chinese, this experiment has been tested for many years. This control controls your nervous system, controls your emotions, and these control behaviors. In the past few weeks, this dust and sandstorm that broke out in China is nano. And what kind of technology is the Huangsha news? Further destroy your nerves deeply. This that controls your depth destroys you. Deeply control your emotions. Now you can see that it is used all over the world. So a short video about using blue light to control you mentioned by Juxia a while ago has also come out now. Everything we have said, Juxia has said everything we have said one day. Constantly, there are all kinds of channels to face up to all kinds of people, either the president to confirm it or the minister to do all kinds of this. Way to confirm the truth of our former conspiracy theories. What about now? This Communist Party, the Communist Party of China, is besieged on all sides. Protest marches broke out in all directions of China. No matter how you control the Chinese people, how you suppress the Chinese people, how you have exhausted all kinds of vicious tactics to control, suppress, and destroy the Chinese people, but the Chinese people are still male. This is the wisdom of the Chinese people. You look at Europe, you look at Britain. The whole thing becomes soft after being beaten. In fact, it means that you are beaten softly. Is what I said particularly ugly? This is what happened just now. He made your man have no man, beat you soft, beat your balls soft, you have no blood, you are no longer a man. Why use homosexuality? Transgender love, it's not like this. The most important thing is that you don't have a man, no man dares to visit, and no man has the blood to fight and be funny. And the Chinese people have been brought to the present state. And let the Communist Party Chusong on all fronts. Riots are widespread. this is true information. There are riots everywhere. There is also this blanket bottle I saw recently, which has been flat for many years. Now, the one in China is about 30 years old, right? Many young people before the age of about 35 directly explored the level, and they didn't do anything, didn't work, didn't do anything, and didn't create any wealth. Just carry it with this devil Communist Party. I'm not that. I don't work. I'm idle in vain. I'm not breaking the law either. Consume your Communist Party. This is the wisdom of the Chinese people. Chinese people. What about being killed, beaten, suppressed, controlled? There is still such a bloody nature. In the battle, we use more and different ways. That is, we are fighting for the Communist Party to destroy the Communist Party. We are absolutely not fighting to the ground. Persevere. Don't give up. Don't compromise for the Chinese male spirit. The war has been breaking out because I still remember that it was China. It's really not easy for Chengdu, China. I just remember that China depends on this Sichuan. Sichuan people are truly learning. The Communist Party is most afraid of Sichuan. Now look at it. Let's look at the present Europeans, especially the British, who have been completely loosened and beaten because you didn't have a gun. All your meals were taken away. Except for the United States, all the rights to hold incense in the world have been taken away, and all of them have been invaded, especially Europe. Then Europe is the most bloody, and the darkest one in Europe has finally taken off all its hind legs. Now it is actually Britain. Except for this aggressive Hongna football in Britain before, and Manuligen is a football hooligan, you dare not make a noise and be frightened by this one. We have openly declared that we are exerting control and imposing harm. Publicly admit to telling you publicly. Examine this Communist Party move preventing tariff adjustments. Even the mattress on this ship is crazy. It's just a small South Korea. Just catch a batch and just catch this mattress. Look at it. How is it? Tao Guang Shui. Yo, why do you still jump with this video? I can't figure it out yet. Wait a moment and I'll adjust it. Wait a moment, let me have a look. Wait a moment, and I'll see if I can adjust it again. Strange, why did my ornament still come out? How could the video not be tuned up? Then let's talk about this. It's in Korea. It's in Korea. Invoke Korea. I found a batch of telegrams, all of which are probably 120 degrees. 2 million should be. In order to evade taxes of 1.2 million, the Korean authorities seized a batch of 1.2 million. In a batch of telegrams, there were 1,000.2 to 201.2 million telegrams labeled as made in South Korea, but the labels inside were all Chinese. Products from China are to avoid the tariff of the United States, so this is what the Communist Party does, that is, hooligans. Hooligans use the United States and South Korea everywhere. The United States, South Korea, Japan, Vietnam, and Turkey in the whole world. It is made in these places. In the end, when the tariff is put into it, it will completely invade the United States and go to you. You have so much energy and so much ability, you can consume it yourself. Why do you have to go to the electric phase to get it to the United States? Your messy stars don't have a particularly large throughput, so why do you want to get this and get it to this United States? Think about going to the United States. Recently. Take a look at Pakistan Airlines in India. I'm referring to President Vance and Vice President Vance. It's quite intriguing to visit you. When I go to the Church of Correspondence and Telegrams, I have to perish. We recognize that this Pope was there many years ago. How was he killed? How was he given this white hat? The result was solved. After all these years, he was still hanging around here. What kind of method was used? A body double or something, or he was filmed. It is said that it was arrested and arrested. At the time of the teaching change, he had been filming for many years, and all the future videos had been filmed. Then I don't know what it's like to show the video, and I don't know which body double to use. This vice president of everything went, and it was only a few months and hours later. This is about 2 hours later, and he was declared dead. And then what? Vice President Vance went to India again. What's going on here? Terror happened, and regarding this Muslim, it is a horrific symbol of Pakistan. Caused this terrorist attack on India. This was caused by an Islamic terrorist attack in Kashmir, a citizen of K, which resulted in the deaths of 26 people. Consequently, India and Pakistan issued their strongest response in history to this attack. Let's examine further.
Pakistani nationals will not be permitted to travel to India under the SAC visa exemption scheme visas. Any SVS visas issued in the past to Pakistani nationals are deemed cancelled. Any Pakistani national current in India under SPS visa has 48 hours to leave India. For the defense, military, neighbor, and air advisors in the Pakistani High Commission in New Delhi are declared persona non grata. They have a week to leave. India will be withdrawing its own defense, navy, and air advisors from the Indian High Commission in Islamabad. These posts in the respective high commissions are deemed annulled.
The strongest response in the year was that they announced yesterday that this attack of Islamic terror occurred in what area of Croatia killed 26 people. India announced that Pakistani nationals must leave India within 48 hours. Indeed, this is incredibly gripping, extremely intense. So what's the situation? What about India and Pakistan? What is your take on this anticipation for Pakistan? This is the Stan, haha. It's not just fun, Stan. Fonstein was discussing this matter extensively. It was reported that Indian diplomats were expelled and all visas issued to Indians were suspended. It's quite shocking, isn't it? What does this mean for Pakistan? And what are the implications for India? What about India? Can I get you something directly? India is planning to completely seal off its airspace for you. Put this into this airspace of India. It was closed. The police situation between India and Pakistan has reached a negative point by closing its airspace. It's about to boil. It's also boiling. The boiling point is up. That's it. India has announced that it has closed off significant portions of its airspace and its troops are on high alert, with Pakistan responding by issuing a stern warning. Now, Pakistan is poised to threaten, mobilize troops, issue severe warnings, and prepare for a potential response. I am curious to know everyone's thoughts on this significant development. So, recently, as of yesterday, there was an announcement in Jordan. Jordan has decided to ban the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas, is also from the same organization. People in this Arab country are calling for this, saying that all Arab countries are cracking down on Islamic terrorism. Extreme terrorism is a concern in the Arab Republic of Saudi Arabia, Greater Egypt, the Grand Duchy of the United Arab States, and countries like Bahrain have all banned the Muslim Brotherhood. But what's the rationale behind these actions? Western countries are playing stupid. This is what Mus, an Arab, said. Why are Western countries still playing stupid? The Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas, and other terrorist factions are clearly identified, with involvement from some communist countries. Presently, Muslim and Arab nations are declaring bans on these groups. This dynamic is now becoming clear. Pakistan, this Kyrgyzstan, that is, with India, happening such a high, a high degree of combat readiness. So let me see again. Who is Pakistan? If Pakistan dares to carry out new terrorist attacks, who is not the Communist Party? Everyone knows Pakistan. Don't say it. It's a Communist Party that made this terrorist attack on India. What is it? Isn't it that the Communist Party wants to do something to India again? Because President Vance is gone. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Today's India is different from the original Indians. Your Communist Party has completely destroyed China's population because of its planned business. There are no young people left. So many are adopting a passive lifestyle. But what is the current state of Pakistan? You must make significant sacrifices for Pakistan. After nurturing it for years, these sacrifices are now inevitable. Dream went to challenge this, India went Communist Party. What battle is going to be fought? Can you fight? Just hit hard, hit hard. Do you think you can succeed this time after the Indian envelope was difficult? Just in time, pick it up. The flames of war are burning. Red, 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 red. Consider this. India has now achieved a score of 1.1, a notable development. Otherwise, if you perceive India correctly now, you would align correctly against the Communist Party in opposition to the United States. The Communist Party faced the U.S. Special Operations Forces. Given the circumstances, you provoked him into this intense rage that keeps burning more vigorously and severely. How have you been lately? President Song. Observe how the president dealt with this thief Liansky. Recently, I've been busy shouting, crying, and I plan to speak with President Chuang. Hence, I'm prepared. President Trump goes to this, goes to this. The president went to attend the meeting. At this time of the Pope's tribute, he had to ask to meet with President Chuan. Now, only Ski can say is that he is ready to talk about medicine, Varma, and Russian medicine at any time. But take a look. What did the US state? Well, Liu Biao has clearly articulated that this is not our conflict.
That we can get to something quickly, and I remain hopeful that we can get something done, because this is a terrible war and IT needs to end. Here's because IT has no military solution. There is no military solution to this war. We have to be frank. Russia is not just going to roll over Ukraine and take the whole country, and Ukraine's not going to push them all the way back to where they were before 2014. So what I would say we're involved in is understanding what is the Russian position. We have a better understanding of that now because we've actually spoken to them after 3 years of not speaking to them. What is the Ukrainian position, and figure out, are these guys been in the same neighborhood because of the air, completely different zip codes, then we may have to conclude that they're so far apart. It's impossible at this time. We've done our best. We put a lot of time and energy at the highest.
Yes, this is not. What about getting America involved? We may need to turn our attention to other priorities because there are a lot of important things going on in the world. There is no military solution to the natural war mentioned by Nobel. Russia will not easily conquer Ukraine and occupy the entire country, and Ukraine will not push it to the state before 2014. So it is not a war of the United States, so why let the United States how be here? This year has been good. It's all your business. Regardless of our business, President Trump has already given you this step down. It's just right for you to get down now. It's just right. Take a look. What happened to Jeepers yesterday? Jeep Russia is bombing this Jeep violently, but of course, President Trump is very dissatisfied with what President Trump said. I am dissatisfied with this Russia, this bombing, and this attack on Kip. It is unnecessary. Because the timing is not good either. Vladimir, stop. There are 5,000 Americans and 5,000 America's soldiers dying. Let's finish the peace agreement. This basketball game is genuinely stunning. No one can spread the president's ideas, whether it is the demon Communist Party, these thieves, this DS, this reptile, this Communist Party. You are agile and cunning. No matter what, you are really using your brain. There is nothing you can do. You can't see through how to fight this war. You can't understand President Kai's gameplay. What about the airport? What did the president say about this responsibility? Century-great Ukrainian president, responsible for the century in the Wall Street Journal. The boast on the front page that Ukraine will not legally recognize the strategy towards Crimea is nothing to talk about. And this statement is very harmful to these Russian peace talks because Crimea was in Barak many years ago. Under the auspices of President Hussein Obama, it was not even a focus of talk, and no one asked Zelensky to recognize Crimea as Russian territory. But if he wanted clear, why didn't they fight for it once he took a shot in the stomach 11 years ago and handed it over to Russia? Many years before Obama's handover, there were still major Russian submarine bases in the region that formally made such inflammatory remarks to Zelensky to resolve the war. It became so difficult that he had nothing to show off. The situation in Ukraine is 10 points grim. She can choose peace or fight for 3 years until she loses the whole country. I have nothing to do with Russia, but I have a lot to do with wanting to save an average of 5,000 Russian and Ukrainian soldiers who die for no reason every week. Ski's announcement today is just an extension of Sandia production. This is what no one wants to see. We are very close to reaching an agreement. But this man who has no cards to play should finally finish it now. I hope to help Ukraine and Russia get out of this complete mess. If I were the president, this mess would never happen. It was President Tsai, sent at 12 p.m. on April 23rd, 2025, sent out. This is over. Basically, it's great. Look at this founding president who has cleaned up with Ukraine. This is already with you. Help you find some ways to reach this peace agreement. If you don't want it, it has nothing to do with me, the United States. Now I have done everything with benevolence and righteousness, but this peaceful competition is something you don't want. You have been provoking, you deserve it. In fact, I said it, between villains like me, so if you deserve to answer the tiger, just call me. Finish fighting for me immediately, and the war will stop when it is gone. This is watching. This is what I have inherited. It's so interesting. Let's have a look at it. So, look at this big drama. It's a wonderful big drama. Look at this communist bandit, this communist party, this communist bandit who has moved to Pakistan, to India, and India has gone to provoke the American troops again. If you want to go to the edge of the fire line, if you want to do something now, you can try your best to provoke it. Of course, these 2 days. President Trump is talking about this Chinese Communist Party. This negotiation with China has been going on all the time and is very fruitful. Of course, that is to say, this tariff on the Chinese Communist Party was basically zero in the past, but now it will never reach zero. Nia, look at it. I wonder what kind of card game is this one playing? What is it like? The magic cave has been encircled and suppressed in all directions to give up.
I wanted to ask you, Mr. President, because you said you want to bring the tariffs on China down soon. How soon do you want to bring the tariffs on Chinese good?
Well, IT depends on them. We have a situation where we have a very, very great place to go, the United States of America. It's been ripped off for years and years. These people know IT. We talked about IT before you came in. Every country in the world has ripped us off, practically in friend and foe alike, and we won't do it anymore. What's happened with Howard? How many countries have we spoken to already? 90. And they all want to make deals. We're going to make deals, but they're going to be fair deals. They're not going to be rip-off deals. And, you know, we were losing almost $5 billion a year. No country can do that. And now we have IT down almost to maybe even better than even because of the tariffs and cars and aluminum and steel, the tariffs. 25% on cars, aluminum, steel. And there's a rush to build new steel plants, a rush to build new aluminum plants, and a biggest rush I've never seen that we've never seen to build car class. We have like 11 of them or something, big ones, what you guys maybe work, maybe won't want to work. You'll do something else instead of that. But if you like cars, you'd like to work on one of these plants, the biggest plants in the world. Mexico, before construction, started one of them during construction. And they're coming to this country, they're coming back. Don't forget, and we get along great with Mexico, but Mexico took 32% of our car.
Now, the president is very, very powerful, and he is in full swing. Now, when he says this, 90 countries have come to negotiate with the United States, so now there are actually more than 100 countries. More than 100 countries are talking to the United States about this very fair tariff, so this. Our founding president said that we have a wonderful place. He is called the United States and the rest of the country. He has been abused a lot for many years. In fact, he has been defrauded and looted. Many friends will call people. Remember, he is beautiful. Every day, the United States will lose $5 billion. It's because I have to lose $5 billion every day. This is now. As soon as I refuse to accept it and return to the United States, I will be stolen by the whole world. The whole world is stealing and apologizing. Now the United States just demands fairness and can benefit the country and the people from this tariff, just like the United States becoming a country that is rich again. Now Trump is carrying out this education reform
by a number of third-party organizations. That's by status, by law. Many of the third-party accreditors has relied on sort of woke ideology to credit universities instead of accrediting based on merit. And
what President Truman signed was a very significant change. That is, he signed an executive order to completely reform the system of higher education accreditation, establish a new certification path, and force the existing third-party certification bodies to abandon the awakening ideology and adopt this merit-based certification instead. This command is also used in colleges and graduate schools. But what's happening is this huge reform change. Attending. Set up? Yes, I do. I have a lot.
Of meeting setup. I don't know if I can do it. You want to help me have phones? I got every leader in the world which tells you that we have a good product. It's called the United States of America. And it's great, and these people know about IT better than anybody in this room. But we have a great place, and IT should be a lot greater. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make IT greater than ever before. It's very simple.
In this, leaders from all over the world will go to this banned funeral. Well, so President Trump said, I'm too busy. There are many of us. We have a very great product called America. So it's just too busy. It's arranged for too many countries to meet and talk with this creative president, so it's too busy. This is the United States now, your strength, that's it. This huge return that is happening in the United States now. This return is to reorganize the order of the whole world, destroy the old order, the original old things, the new trade order, the new international order, and the new ones. The continuous challenge to the entire world pattern is undergoing a huge transformation. The United States is coming to the forefront. Then the entire original DS gliding animal, especially the Communist Party, this dominant system is collapsing before our eyes. Let's see, who is the real winner in this world? Real. These defeats of the communist bandits are exposed under this day of observing the sky. Now the United States. Because of the new crown vaccine and the refusal to get the new crown vaccine, 8,700 of these soldiers are now returning.
Who is wrongly forced to leave the military? More than 8,700 service members were involuntarily separated for not taking an experimental COVID-19 vaccine. Others were more informally pushed out or decided to get out. We are welcoming actively.
It was announced by the Secretary of Defense. The Secretary of Defense announced that there were about 8,700 people. This was because he refused to get the new crown vaccine. Alternative soldiers are now returning to this. What a powerful army this is. The Autonomous Army is the real army with this awakening and strength. The real Strength Army recalled 8,700 soldiers. Soldiers who were fired over this COVID-19 vaccine issue. They were quarantined because they were not vaccinated against this COVID-19 vaccine, and now they are welcome back. This huge transformation that is happening in this country Well, including this poison, this flame is poison. It's not like we said this anymore. Xiao Ken also confirmed that he also told you after this information was released. Phlegm is red in Western countries. Look how successful they are. They collect and sell it into the whole world with one phlegm. But now, little by little, as we once said, it has been confirmed, including Xiao Ken's diet, an additive in drugs, that the United States is doing this. We are doing this in the next step, which will deal a blow to big medicine and big treatment. These revelations will increase this one. In the next 2 weeks, more and more information will be announced. Hi, Margaret Manto with Notice. I'm wondering if there's any pharmaceutical additives that you'd like to eliminate.
We're going to start on that next.
Now more and more of this truth is being displayed in front of our eyes, confirming what we once said, confirming it in front of our eyes. So what will happen next? Every day is so wonderful. We are no longer completely in this darkness, the squeezed and suppressed group. Everything we have said is displayed in front of our eyes every day, and its truth is more suppressed by the suppressed truth. And this information is displayed in front of our eyes. Then this rice died suddenly, and then what? This Klaus also suddenly on the same day. By this, I must resign. Klaus has already started class. Everyone knows Klaus is dead and can't be covered up. At the same time, the two bosses of reptile control at the World Economic Forum announced the death on the same day. Not dead. One died, and the other said he resigned, but he died anyway. This has just been announced by India again. Let me have a look. India announced all this is probably... India announced the cancellation of all visas to Pakistani citizens. Because what did you do with that Kyrgyzstan Indian? The key point is that those people from Pakistan are coming to India, and you came to escape and won't let you come, and what? Within 48 hours, all India's Pakistani citizens have to get back. So Pakistan raised by the Communist Party now, you have to take that Pakistan. I'm gonna put this one. This dead foot was thrown out and Yaxi Mountain was Pakistan. First, how do you fight? So, on the surface that these are these two countries, but in fact, isn't it the communist bandits challenging the United States? The higher the challenge of the second place, the better the challenge. So that more and more people in China should know it, and more people should know it. The Communist Party is gone, and the country is a poor ghost. It can't control anything. It can't afford wages. More and more people can't afford wages. More and more people can't afford food. More and more people are beginning to visit. More and more people know that the Communist Party is only a few days away. Look, the Communist Party can live for a few days in China. He is being sold by enemies on all sides. Look at this luck. Look at this campaign. Look at this heat. Oh, it's getting hotter and hotter. More and more ordinary people are awakening, and more people are fearless. More and more people have to use their own special actions. Everyone's special action is to oppose the Communist Party, destroy the Communist Party, and confront the CCP, which will disintegrate it from the inside. Then, look at the economic blood outside. Your blood has been killed for you. Your book learning pipeline. You're this. Your funds will be looted. There is a piece of blue silence surrounded by spears. You have no way to escape. On the Hongshan side, you can't evade the Hongshan armed forces. On the other side, Iran blocks the escape. Can you still escape? Now there are active explosives, guns, ammunition, and all kinds of BR bombing chickens, all of which have been ready to suppress and bomb this Bodhisattva armed forces on a large scale. That is to cut off all the roots of the Communist Party to you. Therefore, this big play is better to watch in fun. On the surface, playing other chess players means destroying the Communist Party. Hence, this destruction acts in both directions. How does one destroy the world as desired? And how can the awakened populace of the world now seek to destroy you? We now face a contest involving the CPPCC USA and the Communist Party. How did the USA undermine the just structure of the Communist Party and demonstrate its strength? Its energy and influence are pivotal. Numerous innocent global citizens sought revenge and carried out these acts with conviction. The magic waste has grown every day to witness the wonderful things, so when we witness the wonderful things, we are still the same sentence. You must not become our hostile warrior. The opponent has only two options. If you don't wake up, you don't fight. If it doesn't happen, you don't do anything. You are a combatant of the enemy, and you are with them. Even if you know more information, you don't rise up and fight. Mom, you're one of them too. Just don't you all know a little information? We may be in the Phoenix life in the next few days, so we are going to travel to several places, so it's safer. Our thanks, our jurisdiction is given to us again. In their busy schedule at this time, they are really too busy, and every sentence is full. Let's marvel at a treasure awakened in this land. What we mentioned years prior is being validated daily. How fortunate we are. Thanks for your companionship. Until next time, thank you for watching. See you again.